Buenas, gente, buenas, buenas. Ah, ¿por qué no salí? Chingados. Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está. Está troleando esto. Ah, salgo incompleta. A ver. Eh, ¿Cómo están, gente? Sí, ya. Hoy, este es su regalo navideño. Que disfrútenlo, cabrón. Vamos a ir dándole. Ah, mira, se puso la canción vaquera. Aprovechando la vaquerez. Ya tienen que acá. Quedó muy, muy echado para atrás. Está actualizando el no sé, fluido, ¿verdad? ¿Qué por eso no lo he estado usando? Porque tiene esa cosa. Está pendejando el stream. Y si tiene un atraso. ¿De qué tanto es el atraso? Son como 2 segundos de atraso. Pero bueno, vamos a ir abriendo el juego. Porque quién sabe cuándo vuelva. Yo creo que nos vamos a ver hasta después, por ahí del 26, porque ahorita sí está muy cañón. Ahorita está muy, muy cañón el mes. Me está destruyendo diciembre. A ver si lo conseguimos. Si conseguimos ganarle ese. Bueno, ni modo que no, ¿no? Tampoco. Ay, no, es que me voy a morir. Pues tampoco, ¿no? Es como que voy a morir, pero. A ver si dan ganas de que. Ay, sí, sí, me muero, ya puedo descansar un rato, ¿no? Ah, por cierto, no, no. Pues no he quitado. Ah, no interrumpir, por favor. Gracias. Bien. ¿Qué puede pasar? Nada más va a ser un par de horas. Ahorita explota todo, ¿no? Ah, se fue todo el carajo, gente murió. Este ratito que estuve streameando. Que dejé mi teléfono en no interrumpir. Y pues bueno, como les decía, les toca su regalo navideño, que es hoy, ver a la waifu.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains.
Ah, y vamos a
Mountains so
cazar a
high
Grey
they
Wolf.
tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Hace mucho tiempo en una montaña muy lejana. Y para los que pregunten, ¿por qué la vaquera trae
Grey
rifle?
Wolf was a
Pues es que
Chiricahua
aquí está el
Apache
rifle a
medicine
jugar.
man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise
Este es el
ceremony,
de.
and the slaughter was
Este es el que me gusta.
unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Entonces echaron a la familia del lobo gris y él se vengó. Llegó la venganza. Se vino. Vino con la venganza.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Son guerreros apaches. ¿De dónde eran los apaches? ¿Alguien sabe? O tengo que investigar. Como que eran del norte, ¿eh? Porque aquí no hay desierto. Ok, no puedes dar los puntos. Oh, yo fallé. Estoy mal tirando.
They saw me before I saw them.
¡Ay! Ah, y me rafagué. Ay, hoy vamos a estar lentos porque este mes ha estado muy pesado. De hecho, no iba a hacer stream otra vez, ¿no? Pum. Bueno, también me ven porque estoy tirando las orejas. No iba a hacer stream hoy. Dije, ayer no hice, tengo que hacer hoy porque seguramente mañana no voy a hacer. Pero quién sabe, igual y si hago mañana. Aunque tengo muchísimo trabajo mañana, creo que voy a estar libre hasta como las 7 de la noche. Entonces yo creo que va a ser stream en la noche, si es que se hace. Y si no, ya nos veríamos hasta... ¿Qué será? 26 o 27. Realmente creo que aquí va a estar. Ya me acuerdo de los controles. Escopetón, échamela. A ver si no me arrepiento, ¿eh? Yo luego el escopetón. Fue en la casa de tus traer el escopetón. Vientos a jugar.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. That's why they had retreated there.
Luego cuando apuntas te centra el...
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot more.
Ah, mira, es pro indígenas el cuate. Pues hay las grips, es pro indígena. Es del ZLN. Wow. Entre comillas, ¿no? Pero no. El ZLN, no, se me cae muy pro indígena. Ah, wow. O sea, decían que sí eran pro indígena, pero los mandaban a matarse contra las fuerzas armadas.
Did you find Grey Wolf? Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Entonces, pues también por el SZ se murió un montón de indígenas. Y no ganaron nada. Nada, el comandante se terminó vendiendo y... Esta le dieron un puesto en aquella. Y lo de siempre, ¿no? Por intereses de unos cabrones se mueren los otros. Creo que siento mi rifle. Esto no me va a funcionar. A ver. So.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Tirador de larga distancia. Generalmente yo sí juego. Dispara la cabeza sin apuntar. Si mantienes pulsada RB, consumirás toda tu concentración, pero marcarás a los enemigos de la zona. Marcadores te indicarán dónde hay enemigos que no verías normalmente. Tirador de 2 armas. Más daño en los combos. A partir de 4 niveles de combo. Cada bala aumenta en 100. Ah, pero si desbloquea este me dan fusil dorado. Fusil dorado, oh, como los tacos. Revólver de marfil. Yo creo que vamos a ir por el fusil dorado. Es el que más uso. Ah,
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
es que fuera bueno, es que era bien ojete. Más bien, dice. Era bien, hijo de la chingada. Hijo de su pinche madre. De rebote, eso que es mi. Pega la piedra de ahí del santuario. Digo,
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide. I
era bien
wasn't about to
pendejo.
back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Boom. No se ve nada, es como dice.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Ok.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Las más indios.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Sí, me dan miedo los vivos. Muertos nomás te agarran las nalgas, pero. ¿Qué me pasa? Hazme.
How come you know so much about Indians?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy.
Abandonar a sus
seen him
esposas.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, Well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Estuve casado con dos señoras. Ese chiste, ¿no? De que, oh, sí, no tengas ya dos esposas, porque no las vas a aguantar. Por eso hay que casarse con compatibles, no, la pendeja. Creo que ya no pasa eso. En la época de mis papás sí les pasaba mucho.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
Okay.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
I put a spell on you.
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow, the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any
Coyote
pale-faced
man.
warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't
Wolverines.
stop me though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Un segundo me quedé como 5 cabrones. Ah, no le doy.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Apareció como un milagro a Juan. Tengo que echarle bolis.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back.
¡Ah!
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me.
¡Ay, ay, ay! Me caí al hoyo. Andan corriendo, yo que caminé.
There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Ah. Están reventando. Pues no eran docenas. Ya que en tiro recarga, tiro recarga. ¿Qué otro juego hacía eso? Olvídate, creo que estábamos jugando así. Un tiro recarga, un tiro recarga.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying
Sí,
to
le echo
tell me.
bastante crema.
And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
100 Apaches.
I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
5.000 Apaches. 1.000.000.
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
No me veo. Creo que es más difícil apuntar cuando hay dos. Hay un chingo madral. Ni le apunté. A su madre. A su puta madre. A su perra madre, Juan.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me.
Dime qué me querías decir.
But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Anda, igual. Éxito.
Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Goddamn bounty hunter.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Los Daltons. ¿Quién son? ¿Quién sabe?
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Yo digo, bad motherfucker. Eso con Ben, es decir, con Bob Bryant, que vi ahí. ¿Quién sabe a jugar?
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street.
Ahora soy Ben.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
A su madre.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their
Para romper la
property.
puerta.
Their first
puto.
mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown.
Para romper la puerta, putos.
The
Qué buenos
brothers paid
balazos.
dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Están haciendo lo de Rashomon, cada quien
First
con
of all,
diferente
it
versión.
was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. We're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. But those boys had a reputation as stone-cold killers, so the marshals took every
No me
precaution,
daño.
knowing they wouldn't go easy. Among
¿Ves
them was a
alguien?
bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker.
Ah, está en las ventanas.
This man had no intention of letting the
Ya
Daltons
valiste
slip
verga,
away.
ya te vi.
The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait till something pitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Boom. Boom. Hay que echarnos entonces Rider también. Boom.
He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, what
Tío, ¿viste, loco?
That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Todo eso pasó. Creo que así va a estar la lista. Todo eso pasó, sí. Yo estaba ahí, no pasó.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Ah, riéndose ante el peligro así. ¡Ah! ¿Así?
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
¡Ah! En el sillón, muy a gusto, ¿eh? Deja lleno las pistolones y ahora sí, puto.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who
Muy
died
romántico el
defending the
chavo,
Alamo.
¿no? Están liberando este güey. Su madre. A su perra madre. Va.
Just kill Red?
Ya va a ser en el banco.
Over there!
¿Es por aquí? No, cabrones que me quieren rafaguear. Ah, no, de aquí vengo, sí es cierto. Vámonos para abajo. Oh, boom.
What the hell? Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Silent Lips. Esto nos da.
His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust
Silas
finally
es el de las
settled,
gremas.
he was the last man standing.
Oh.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Ah, puta madre.
It was early evening, not high noon.
Yo estaba pedo. Yo he hecho pipí.
I was late to the party and Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Hardo. Líder, momento el perdedor. Y ninguno tiene cara.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
¡Órale, pendejos!
Finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
Agarraron 2 bancos al mismo tiempo. Ahora bien perros. Bien.
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Me están metiendo tiros. Ya está hecho. Antibica. Es el mismo pueblito del principio, ¿no? Necesito el cargador. ¿No es que oyen?
I caught
Yo estoy
sight
haciendo
of the
los
Daltons
pendejos.
running with the money and didn't want to lose them.
Huh?
Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. To top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons pull up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Hightoffers, whose daughter had married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Esta está más cagada. ¡Ay! Bueno. Por acá, ¿no? Si devolver los
Dalton
sesos
boys
de hecho
knew I would
secretar.
never give up.
Ahí les voy Daltons.
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer.
¡Ah!
They always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow
Y
at
me
least 2 of them to
mataron. Me
escape.
hicieron mierda con ese drama. Vale, que es. Ay. A la verga. Espera que pase.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
Se viene, jefe.
Silas Reeves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Se descarga todo. Oh. Yes. Ahí. Vámonos de aquí.
Send you to the bone orchard.
A ver.
I'm gonna put you where you stand.
No tengo balas. Le hice un argumento. ¡Órale!
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think
23
put all those
tiros.
damn holes in him?
Está más cabrón que Harford este güey.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Estaba mamado.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
Can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
Vigilante.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
Hermana, el turbofusil. Arma legendaria desbloqueada. Eran armas exclusivas en actividad.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Vamos a picar la cola a estos cabros. A probar el fusil dorado. No sé si cambie o logro. No sé si le sacas más daño a los
It was
enemigos.
early fall, right?
Ah, este nivel del pantano se me hace
At least you
bien
had the
gorros.
weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Porque hay un barquito aquí, chocado. Este nivel está bien cabrón.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color.
Ay, me
Red
asusté.
as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Me quedé solo. Con mi soledad. Eh.
Bury him in the swamp.
Ah, sí le piqué. Oh,
Except for some son of bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone.
sí le
I wondered
puché.
why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Ya se los echaron, yo creo, ¿no?
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
No, pero no
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Boom.
Did that asshole just kill Red?
Ah.
That's right. You rule the day.
Tengo los equipos. Uh. No sé si tenía 12, no tenía 10 nomás. A la verga. Qué buen tiro. Sí, me dejo pegar esta cosa. ¡Ah! La verga. Sorprendente infeliz. Hacen comenzar. Trágatela entera. ¡Ah!
Point being, I was under serious attack. And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Creo que después si nunca.
Somebody kill that son of a bitch. Can't beat us all.
Ok. That's Tengo que cubrirme, ¿no? Porque estoy aquí completamente expuesto, ¿no? Estoy jugando así a la Master Chief.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Se materializamos. Aquí, miren la bolita.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them.
Son los altos, ¿no?
That goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Está bien, pero...
Steve?
Sí.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon
Ya están roncando. Que ya está muy pedo, ¿no? Ya llevan 2, ahora sí. Te va a despertar de una escopeta. ¡Pum! ¡Despierta! ¿No?
Steve. Steve.
Steve,
Huh? Oh, no.
despierta,
I'm
puto.
listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Llegaron los pinches indios.
Indians? There were Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
No sé si debería romperlas todas. Qué pantano.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. Or Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Okay, bueno.
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Ok, limité, limité. ¿Qué dinamita? ¿Qué es lo mío? Debe haber un premio que diga ahí. Oh, este en el medio centro de la. Existe el panicolado. Creo que el Papa Nicolau es del cáncer. Se le agarra el este. Hazme. Bien.
It's you or me?
Venga. Ah, ya te vi. O sea, nunca lo vi, ¿verdad? Después me tuve que decir dónde estaba. Creo que sea. Es competidor. si le hice un poquito de daño. ¡Ah! Me queda tiro. Ya mejor le doy, ¿no?
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Hay una pólvora por todos lados. Ah, un pastito. Bueno, no, pero echarlo.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the
Un
swamp?
barco. Submarino
Guess
amarillo.
it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Yes. ¿Quiénes son esas cápsulas? Así al cabrón ese le metí 23 tiros. ¿Cuántos me habrán metido a mí ya? En lo que llevamos. ¿Unos 700 tiros? Encontré el cuerpo de Silent Baby. Si era más plomo que nada.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
¡Hola, putos!
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
La chompa.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something.
¿Está bien?
I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Pónganse detrás de la pólvora. ¡Bum!
You can't hide. Rule the day.
No me quiero bajar. Sí. Las redes están muy duras. Ya están bien pegostiosas.
Right about then, much
Ah,
to
mi
my
amigo.
relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck,
Se que me van a
me
traicionar. Yo creo que me
directly
van a
at the
traicionar.
Daltons.
Es que...
I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Me vas a traicionar tú, ¿Cómo se llama? Se me fue el nombre. Este cuadro. Que le hizo de Tommy Lee Jones en Los Hombres de Negro.
But it turned out that they had me.
Y ya sé. Me cae bien, que siempre le hace así de muy malo. O sea, Fernando.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic.
Cállese.
Trust me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
No, el
Getting
Titanic.
back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. Somehow, I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys.
¿Quién me mató? ¿Quién fue el hijo de-
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big.
Demasiado grande que no flota el
So
Titanic.
anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
¡Ah! ¡Con furia! Pero también, ¿por qué no me mataron, no? Me hubieran matado, no hubiera salido y no tuviera mi metralleta bien cagona. Me morí. Ay, no se carga la- Mira, como que se acomoda. Un colorado. No se me acaba el parque.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by
A la
side,
verga.
determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
acariciar, ¿verdad? Que se me olvida eso de acariciar. Es más rápido el chaparrito. Vamos a darle al chaparrito. Ah, se me olvidó. Este sí. Ups, me murió mi hermano, el enano. Putos.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Good.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth
Oh, no.
be told.
The Wild Bunch. Venció Juarez.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico.
Íbamos con
One night
Juana.
after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us.
Oh no.
It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
El montón de salvajes, así se llama. A ver qué tienen los perrillos. Un segundo, gente. Ahorita vengo. Tipiti, tipiti, tipiti. Ya llegué. Ajá. Ah. Ya casi vuelvo. Bien trabado. Ahí está con una mansa. Ah. El asalto al tren. Ahí está. No, jovencito, no te voy a manchar. Me vas a tirar todo.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
La diferencia del fusil recortado al normal. Ah. Porque en los revuelos sí se sienten la diferencia, ¿no? Unos tiran más rápido y otros no. Mm, Varios con granos de pollo así te dan bonos, ya vi dónde están los bonos. Retroceso más 25, velocidad al apuntar más 30 y cargador más 2. Tiene cargador más. Cadencia de disparo, no sé qué significa. Velocidad al apuntar más 15. Alcance 35 más daño más dispersión. Nada, daño, alcance y retroceso menos 30. Pistolón, que es el que siempre traigo, es el grabado, ¿no? Ah, no, traigo el engarzado. Alcance los 25, retroceso menos 30. Se lo el grabado. ¿Eh?
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assume the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Es esa escena que sale del Stellar Blade, la única que se ve. Está trepando en ese tren chocado la chava enseñando el fundillo. Nada más me toca ver esa escena. Y mira, lamento. Un secreto. Debe encontrar más secretos. El asalto de Wilcox, putos. Pero nada más veo esta escena de la chava enseñando la cuerda. Y de gameplay no he visto nada de ese juego. Nada más ponen esa escena. Diferentes skins y ropitas. Algunos enseñando más que otros. Pero, ¿y el juego sí está chido o no está chido? Más de la cual de la mona. Pues es como cuando juegas Dead or Alive, que no juegas más de 15 minutos.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them.
Yes.
From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route.
¡Callas! Vencible la caballa.
But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Más tarde, caballo. Caballa. Le tiré dinamita y no se asustó ni nada. ¿Está? ¡Oh! A la torre.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Tarda mucho en estallar.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Una balita. Y una por una.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Chao. Puta madre. Lo bueno es que no quiero que se caiga el tren, ¿eh? No. Ah, pero de arriba.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
¿Me van tirando plomo? No. De Forster Star Team Kelly. Sí, güey, busca City, ¿cuáles son las skins? Ahora entonces como .5.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that? He's out of his mind! Take cover! Retreat! Retreat!
Cúbranse, que están todos en el tiro.
He's killing everybody! He'll kill us all! Ready for a belly full of buckshot.
Ahora es que quedan completitos. Sí.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Hemos que andar con metralleta porque te veo en cabrones. ¿Pagan billetes? Son un putero. No. Voy a echarme mientras traigo la pelota. Claro. Voy a morir. Así pues se esconden ahí abajo. Ah, sí, están escondidos ahí atrás. Están adentro de la casita y se me está viendo acá. Carro de payaso. ¡Ah!
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Flat nose, narichata.
On that very same day, Butch
Logro.
Cassidy and the Sundance
Lo
Kid
topo, tío.
decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Están en Brasil, Colombia.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Qué honorable forma de matarlos. Entonces vamos a hacer esta misión y nos vamos retirando. Bueno. Uy, no veo nada.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Ah. Dame revolver, me fijo. Ya está un agasajo. Juegos de la época del Xbox 360, Play 3 y esos. Para mí estos juegos ya se veían bastante buenos.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Descargó la payaso.
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Es automática esa. Yes.
Old Bob wasn't among them. Neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Vaciar el cargador. Ah, usar las dos manos está bueno. La recargas en putiza. Bueno, gente, ya lo sé. Yo creo que le vamos a estar dejando. A ver si mañana puedo conectar. Y si no, ya nos vamos hasta el 20 algo. Después de las fiestas. Ahí estamos viendo, gente. Ya, por si bien. Bueno, nos vemos para la otra. Chaito.